What's going on, guys? Sean here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 different ways on how you can get out of debt. So if you're ready, let's get into it.
Nerf this!
If you are new here, consider subscribing because I do release videos every Monday to get your week going and every Friday to get your weekend started. Turn the post notifications on so you won't miss a thing. In each and every video, I do try to make you the best version of you. So let me start this video off by saying it is super important to get out of debt. There's a multitude of reasons of why having debt is a bad thing, whether it be loans, student loans or otherwise, credit card debt, car payments, anything like that. So you just want to get in the least amount of debt as possible, or in a perfect world, eliminate it completely. Having debt is going to handcuff you and limit the things that you can do with your life. With that being said, let me start off by saying number one is to decrease your expenses. Whatever expenses you have, you want to try to eliminate. The best thing that I do when I'm deciding to make a purchase or not is to ask myself, do I really need this? And is this purchase going to bring me closer to my goals or further away? If the answer is yes, I really in fact need this, then obviously, you know, it's a need, it's a necessity, it's not just a want. And obviously purchasing whatever it is, if that's going to bring me close to my goal, that's a purchase I'll obviously want to make. Some of the expenses you can try to decrease are car payments. Do you really need a car payment? Can you have someone take over your lease? Are you better served paying off the car completely and not having any car payments, if that's obviously a doable option for you at this point? Having a car payment every month is obviously a big expense, not to mention the added on insurance, repairs, etc. Another expense you can decrease is going out to eat at restaurants. I'm super guilty of this. I do this way more than I should. Obviously, I have a certain type of lifestyle that I want to maintain. But with that being said, I still want to be frugal and still save my money. So something I've really tried to focus on is decreasing the number of times or the amount of money that I spend when I go out to eat. So if you can't cut going out to eat out of your lifestyle completely, just try to decrease the cost of going out to eat each time, whether that be going to a less fancy place, whether that be holding off on the adult beverages, whether that be just getting water instead of soda or, alcohol or whatever the case may be. Maybe that's not getting the $150 steak and that's getting the $20 steak, or whatever the case is for you. If you can at least cut down on the cost of going out to eat, that's going to help you. That's going to decrease that expense for you. Another expense you can cut down on is utilities. Obviously, if you're not in the room, shut the light off. In a day and age where cable is becoming obsolete, if you don't need cable, just go with Netflix and chill. Hulu. You could have Netflix and Hulu cheaper for what you pay for cable. I know you won't have all the premium channels and sports packages and so forth, but if you could do without that, it definitely makes sense to make the short-term sacrifice for the long-term goal. So number one, guys, is to decrease your expenses. Number two is to get on a budget. Biggest thing that I've tried to do is track my expenses on my necessities. So that would be utilities, rent, lights, food, as in grocery shopping, food, insurance, any necessity that I do have. I'll write that down and then I'll subtract that from my income and I'll know, okay, this is what I have to pay, this is what I should have left over. Obviously things come up, people's birthdays, holidays, etc. But if you plan for those things in advance, the better off you'll be. So number two is to get on a budget. Whatever your income is, subtract your fixed expenses, things that you cannot get out of paying every month, and then you'll know how much money you have left over. It's really that simple, guys. I'm not trying to complicate anything. So let's say you make $4,000 a month and you know your expenses are going to be $2,000 a month. That leaves you with $2,000 left over for the month to budget in any way that you choose. Rolling right into number three. Number three is to have a financial goal of some sort. Whether that be to buy a house, buy an investment property, go on that dream vacation, save up for a wedding like I am. Whatever the goal is for you, if you have that up and pictured and in front of you and you're always seeing it, it's gonna make it easier to put money towards that. And a little bonus tip for you, if you can create a sub account within your savings account, which most banks do allow you to do, if you see that you put $500 in that dream vacation account or in that saving up for a house account, you're going to be less apt to take money out of that account because you know it's going towards one of your goals that you really, really want. Alright, so number three is to have a financial goal, whatever that is for you. Number four is to increase your worth. What do I mean by this? Get a second job, get a side hustle, increase your worth at work, make your intentions known to your employer. Go to your boss saying that you want to grow within the company, that you want to move up, that you want to raise. If you don't ask, you'll never receive. If you don't make your intentions known, then they won't be known. People are not mind readers, and closed mouths do not get fed. So make your intentions known to your employer. If you want to move up in your company, make it known that you want to grow within the company, and obviously that means grow financially as well. And for people out there watching right now, because I know there's going to be someone saying, I don't have any time to start a side hustle. You can drive with Uber or Lyft on your days off. You can go to garage sales like Gary Vee. If Gary Vee can go out to garage sales, buy things and resell them on Amazon for a profit, you can do anything. Gary Vee is probably the busiest guy in the world right now. I'm willing to guess he's booked more than you or I. So if he can do it, anyone can do it. There's no excuses. If you want it bad enough, you will make it happen. So that's number 4, guys. Increase your worth in some fashion. And final tip, tip number 5, is to live below your means. And what do I mean by this? This kind of goes hand in hand with number 1 on decreasing your expenses. You have to make sure that at the end of the month, you're not living just paycheck to paycheck. You gotta make sure that your income is greater than your expenses and not the exact same. So for instance, going back to the first example, if you make $4,000 per month, you should not be spending $4,000 per month on things. If you have a $4,000 per month income and your expenses are $4,000, there's no way you'll survive. There's no way that you'll save up for what you want. But what I'm trying to really say here, guys, is that if you can afford a payment for a car of $300 per month, that doesn't mean you have to spend that $300 per month on a car. Like I was saying before, if you can buy your car outright like I did, I drive a 2001 Toyota Camry. And I do that not because I can't afford a nicer, newer car, but because 1, that car is reliable as all hell, hashtag not sponsored, but 2, I don't want to take on a car payment because I have different financial goals. I want to buy more investment properties and build my real estate portfolio. I want to be able to travel and network with people when I have the opportunity. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is just because you can afford something doesn't necessarily mean you have to spend that amount of money. So live below your means. There's a saying out there that someone a lot smarter than me once said, the rich didn't get rich by spending their money. Now that doesn't mean you always go the cheap way out, but however, if you can do it, by all means, do it. And guys, last plug I want to say here is there's a gentleman by the name of Dave Ramsey. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to link some of his stuff below. He's got a ton of good books. He gives very practical tips like the ones in this video that'll help you save, budget, and manage your money effectively and really start to build your financial future right now, because one thing we can't get back is time. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. So start today, start planning your financial future now before it's too late. Okay, guys? So I hope these 5 tips were helpful. I'm going to put them all right here. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, consider subscribing. My name is Lunny. I will catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Signing off.